Right here, right here.
And last one. Yeah.
And then right here, everybody right here. And then right here.
And hold on, everybody.
We're gonna throw Matt tablet in a second.
Yeah, Zena.
Is what's one sentence of advice to give your 15-year-old self?
It's hard because my advice would be don't worry so much, but you kind of have to go through that to learn. Like the only way out is through, but don't worry, everything's gonna work out. I promise.
I love that. Okay, so then our call out is please see our movie. I wish you all the best.
Wait, what? Oh, Sabrina, what you said? Oh my god, oh, it's so great. I was there last time.
Hi, I'm Allie with Lionsgate Social. Allie, nice to meet you. Paulette, Allie. How's it? Oh, you're here?
Oh, okay, perfect. Thank you. There we go. All right, right here. Thank you so much.
One question and one call out.
Okay.
Simple.
Great.
All right. So, okay. So my question.
Look at the camera, or you?
You can look at the camera. My question for you is, what's one sentence of advice you would give your 15-year-old self?
Advice I would give my 15-year-old self is just not to worry so much about
See our movie. I wish you all the best in theaters now.
You count me in.
Yep. Okay. Do you want a 5, 6, 7, 8 or a 1, 2, 3? Okay. 1, 2, 3.
Please see our movie. I wish you all the best.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
I really know they were really away inspired.
My friends. You can sit right there. Right there.
They're starting on in Caroline at girl, and I am their grandmother. And it's really, really powerful, and it's a transformation.
Perfect. My friends. Stay right there.
Hello.
Can I actually have one more right here? Thank you.
But it's very difficult. I mean, I thought about
what makes you you, and keep on loving it.
Please see our movie. I wish you all the best in theaters.
I was very interested in working with Tommy Dorfman. I was incredibly impressed by her, and I thought it was an important story, and I was really drawn to the role. I was trying to be a mother at that time, so I think I was really drawn to the role of being a mother and being someone who was navigating, supporting young people and helping guide them through life. I've been wanting to be a mother for so long, and all of a sudden Hannah is thrust with not only being a mother for the first time, having a baby, but also taking care of her younger brother and helping guide them through teenagehood. So I think that was just a challenge, and okay, what does this look like? And but it was this beautiful opportunity to tell a story that I feel is very important and play a role that, you know, that's the kind of mother I'd like to be. She's an incredibly confident director, and it's very hard to direct, and it's not easy to create such a calm atmosphere on set that allows everyone to really be artistic and blossom and connect. And she just did an incredible job making something very hard look easy. It's a moving story, it's funny, and I think that I hope people watch it and feel not so alone. And I hope people learn from it. I think that some of the films I saw when I was just starting to, you know, become a teenager really helped to expose me to things I didn't know anything about and teach me, oh, this is why I'm having this feeling, and this makes me feel not so alone. I know that this is something that's out there for me. And so I think it's an opportunity to learn something. Heartwarming, lovely, and charming.
Well, Tommy Dorfman is an artist that I was very interested in working with, and it was her first film. And it's based on a story about a non-binary child, and I have a non-binary child, and I feel like those stories, I haven't seen any film that centered that story, so I was excited to be a part of that. And I brought River because we're doing a play that is dealing with trans kids, and I just think this is a movie that this generation of youth needs to see, and I'm glad they have it. I am the mom, and she does not handle the situation very well at all, so I'm kind of the bad guy. But part of the truth of families for these kids a lot is that their parents don't accept them and they get kicked out, and unfortunately that's the situation for this kid, but luckily they have a really beautiful home with their sister. And but yeah, I'm sort of a religious fundamentalist who can't really accept my child. It was amazing. I mean, it's an incredible group of actors. I couldn't believe who. I mean, I had just been such a huge fan of Alexandra Daddario. I found out that, you know, she was going to be my daughter. They're just a really warm, creative, fun. And I think movies like this, when you do it from your heart and you're not doing it for a ton of money or a ton of power, you get some really beautiful work. So it was really fun. Tommy's an insanely talented director and so assured and so much fun, and every day just felt like a good time on set. So it was really cool.
What drew me into the story of I Wish You All the Best is, number one, it is such a heartfelt, beautiful story that Mason Deaver wrote. It is something that I feel like is so necessary right now, especially. Tommy is absolutely incredible. It was an honor to be a part of her directorial debut, but really just the minute that I read the book, like I said, it felt like such a necessary story for so many people, especially the queer community, especially non-binary teens. This is something that does not necessarily exist, and I think that what Tommy has done and Mason has done is incredibly groundbreaking, so I'm really honored to be a part of it. Mel is complex. She, all in all, I would love to describe her as like the friend that everybody wants. Honestly, their entire friend group is kind of the friend that like everybody needs and wants, people that fully accept you, that love you wholeheartedly, openly, regardless of your identity, regardless of what you're going through, that stick with you through thick and thin. I wouldn't necessarily say that it was challenging because I got to work with people who are genuinely like friends in real life, so it was fun because the majority of the time we were just genuinely being ourselves, and that's always kind of my favorite projects to be a part of, is when you can just kind of let loose and have fun as an artist. necessary, heartfelt, timely.
I mean, I feel like there hasn't been a story about a non-binary kid, and I feel like this is a really important story to tell, especially given the political climate of the world right now. So it's such an honor to be a part of something that has such a strong message, and yeah. Honestly, I think this character was really fun for me to play because I feel like me and her have a lot of similarities. I think something that was new for me was Tommy is the most giving director. She gave us so much like liberty to play. I remember there were a couple times where we were pretty word perfect with the scene, and she was like, "Come on, like bring your own flair to it. Like we casted you for a reason." So it was honestly such a fun time, and it was very creatively fulfilling. Lexi Underwood and I, this is our third project together. We wrapped up filming Cruel Summer together. We were in Vancouver for like 5 months, and then a month later we were on the same call sheet, and we were like, "Girl, what is happening?" So we shared the door of our trailers together, and I don't know, me and Lexi have been through so much, so that was like the highlight of the filming experience for me. I don't know if not everyone in the world can relate to Ben, but I think there's so many nuances that's relatable to everyone in all stages of life.
I mean, it was amazing. She's so collaborative. She sent me, I think, like every version of the script, kind of to get my approval. But I mean, also I told her that this was her project also in a way, so I wanted her to make sure she put herself into it as well. So I mean, it was amazing. I don't think I could like imagine a better relationship working with her like that. I think they're able to embed so much humor in it. Even the first time I saw it on like my laptop when I was just sent a file, I was laughing so hard at Miles and Corey and Lena and everybody. And I just think the ability to inject humor into that drama in such a heavy movie, I think it's important. I think it helps carry sort of the tone over from the book as well. I think it's the chance for people to experience that point of view of a queer person from the South, which is not really something that we get very often, especially coming from where I grew up. I didn't have like queer heroes and icons that I knew about until I was well into my adulthood. And so I think this gives the chance for people to get that perspective that not everybody has, and sort of like quieter perspective on the queer life as well. I hope they find love and acceptance. I hope they understand that it doesn't have to come from blood family. It can be the people around you. It can be the family that you build yourself. And that can be just as important, if not more so, sometimes, especially when it comes to building community.
You know, I love that the script was so authentic in its representation of teens on their journey of self-actualization and self-expression. It's not every day that you see a script that is so authentic in its portrayal of especially Gen Z teenagers. I think Tommy did a great job of capturing that voice. And it's filled with like all of the ups and downs of truly the journey of like adolescence. You know, it's not ever a perfect, clean-cut story. We make mistakes as we grow. We make mistakes as we find ourselves. We make mistakes as we learn to love for the first time. It's all very overwhelming, all these feelings. But Ben's journey throughout the movie is so beautifully captured and really handled with a really delicate spirit. So I felt like it was something I knew I would be proud to be a part of, and I certainly am. Well, Nathan is super happy-go-lucky, super positive, super charming. Those were things that I felt like existed within me, especially as a 16-year-old kid. And Nathan is such an important part of Ben's journey because he really provides them with tons of affirmation, positivity, and yeah, I think Nathan's a really strong beacon of light for Ben in their journey. So getting the chance to represent something like that in someone's life, especially when they're going through such a trying experience, felt good. When you're dealing with topics like identity and self-expression, especially with teenagers, it requires a lot of risk and vulnerability. I think Tommy created an environment that felt really safe for all of us to feel like we could be ourselves and like we could take risks and fail. So it was very comfortable in that aspect. And at the same time, she had a real specificity in the way she challenged us and the way she spoke to us as actors. She treated us like the professionals that we were, and you know, she really had a strong handle on the way she navigated communicating with the cast and the crew. She's like totally born to be a leader. Loved working with her. Oh my gosh, I love them. I made so many friends, and today as I've been seeing everyone, it's truly so nostalgic. You know, we shot this movie 3 years ago. I was like a younger version of myself, obviously. We were all younger, but it was like the camaraderie was like completely organic. None of it felt forced, and that's not every day that you get that. You know, as I was saying, like, this is a story about finding yourself, which it is told from the point of view of a non-binary protagonist. I personally have not seen that a lot in cinema. So although that's very specific, that particular story, I think in the specific we find universal. And I think no matter who you are, if you're non-binary, trans, queer at all, or straight, or if you feel like your experience is completely far away from this, everyone can relate to the journey of finding themselves and all the mistakes that come with growing up. So I think it's a really heartfelt, tender story, and I'm sure everyone will find something to relate to.
I read Mason Deaver's incredible novel, and I'd never felt more connected with a character in a book before, and I just had this intuitive knowing that I should adapt it into a feature. I just wanted as many people to experience Ben's story as possible. I'm so lucky. This cast is insane. Yeah, I mean, they're all so talented, so riveting and grounded, and I learned so much by working with them. I think they really sort of meshed together as an ensemble in the most spectacular way. Yeah, it was such a gift. Yeah, I think I learned a lot of grace and empathy for every side of the business in directing my first film. I mean, it's something that I've wanted to do since I was a kid, and it just feels like a wish fulfillment, and I'm excited to continue my career as a director. Love, liberation, and safety. I think a film like this has never been out in theaters, so I feel like if you have an opportunity to see a movie about a non-binary kid falling in love and falling in love with themselves for the first time and coming into being, like, you should go see that movie. I hope they take away some tools for how to hold the people you love the most close and protect them and buoy your community when it's struggling. And also, I think it's a really funny movie, and I think it's a really heartwarming movie, and so I just hope audiences leave feeling like they got a nice hug.